All right, it's time to give you a tour of my tool bag. This is basically years of figuring out what I need for most 95% of DIY projects. The key being that it's got to be a balance between having the things that you need, but also not being too heavy. So this fully loaded, I just weighed it in at 21 pounds. It's a bow stitch bag. There's nothing special about this bag. Okay, first thing is, that's not really in the bag, but a real lifesaver is a kneeling pad. Very cheap, very worthwhile. I take it always with me. Okay, so let's go through the bag. We'll go through the outside pockets first. This is a Ideal screwdriver, and it's one of those that switches, got a bunch of bits in there. It ratchets, really nice. It also has like a little thing for electrical connectors. So that's right there in the outside pocket. Then this is kind of the prying or chiseling. So there's a chisel. There's a 14-in-1 painter's tool. There's a little scraper, which is really good for kind of prying underneath stuff that you don't want scratched. And then there's this really little, pick kind of thing that if I need to really get in there and clean something or disengage something. This is an Olfa, O-L-F-A knife, really nice. It's really heavy duty, breaks off when you need new blades. This is a, can't remember what the name of it is, but it's like you flex it and scrape it, flexible scraper. Just a regular pair of scissors, tape measure. Since I write with my right hand, I actually got one that it's called a left-handed tape measure. So if I'm measuring something and I want to get the measurement with my right hand, all the numbers are facing up, which is kind of nice. This is a Craig multi-mark tool, so it's really nice. You can just set a distance. You can line it up so it does 90 degrees. It's also a level. Then there's just a regular bubble level that does plumb and level, and just a little angle gauge. Nothing too precise. This is for taking long distance measurements. So it's just an ultra or laser distance measurement, which is really handy. Bosch. If you need more details on any of these, just reach out to me. This is just a couple of targets that came with this one. And then I got a little flashlight, nothing fancy, like a Harbor Freight Tools kind of deal. A little Harbor Freight Tools shop light. Little task light kind of deal. So they sit in that pocket. Okay, let's go to this other end. So we got a metric and US or imperial torque wrenches, hex wrenches. So one's metric, one's imperial. Then I got markers and pencils. Really big tip here. Use a mechanical pencil, but get one that's 0.9 lead. It's much thicker, it won't break off all the time, it stays sharp. Okay, so coming now to the back side here, we got a small and a medium vice grips here on this outside pocket. On this pocket we have diagonal cutters, we got a little tweezers, we got a little needle nose, We got a little screw flush cutter. We got another needle nose. Probably don't need both, so I'm gonna actually take one of these out. And take this one out. And then I got a little, it's a little mini clamp. And then very small diagonal cutters. So that's what goes in this pocket. You always got to put stuff back. Okay, now there's a little zippered pouch. So there's a business card holder here, which is really useful. You obviously want to have your name on it. This is a set of bits, but this is like specialty bits, like weird ones, security ones. Then there's a couple of really stubby screwdrivers, and then a set of more conventional bits. And then a few of the little tiny screwdrivers. So I just marked up Torx and Phillips. Post-it note, I really don't use that very often. A little piece of paracord. This is a USB cable, which I think there's a couple things in here that use a USB cable. This is a tile tracker. So if I have lost the bag, I can look it up on the Tile app. And this is just kind of a complement to these little stubby screwdrivers. You can put a bit in there, and if you're in a really tight space. So that's what's in this pouch here. Let's tuck everything back in. Fit in there a lot better before. Okay, let's look inside the interior of the bag. So first off, there's a little Bluetooth speaker sitting here. That's what's in this case here, in case I want to jam while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And this is actually just a couple of like cardboard or little thin, a little bit thicker than regular paper. I'll explain what that's for in a minute. It's for epoxy. If I have to mix some epoxy at a location. This is just a crescent wrench. And then I got a little set of these sort of ratcheting wrenches, open end wrenches. So I put them in there. And then I've got a little screwdriver handle that accepts those bits, the ones that are kind of spring loaded. A small socket head, and then a little flexible one, and then a bunch of the most common sizes of sockets. So this is kind of replaces having like a socket screwdriver set. So I think that's everything I have in there. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Yeah, just more of those sockets. I think for this little screwdriver, I've got these two square heads, and these are really useful for when you're doing electrical work on like an electrical outlet. The screws on the side of that outlet actually take these square ones in addition to Phillips, and this is much better for it. So that's what's in that pouch. And then here we've got like it's a little flashlight, but it's also a telescoping kind of magnetic gizmo with a little bit of flex to it. Don't really use that much. And this is just a little telescoping mirror. Looks like my mirror broke. May need a new mirror. It's bad luck, isn't it, for 7 years?
Yeah.
That's my son Adam, who's gracious enough to videotape for me. Okay. And then in this, if I flip it around, in this piece, it's a little drywall cutter, drywall saw. My favorite stud finder. This is a Pro Sensor, Franklin Pro Sensor. Great one. Really, really useful one. Because I had a lot of headaches with stud finders over the years. This one, I would have preferred to get a smaller one. This is like a 2-inch handle. I wish I would have got the smaller one, but it's a Nipex one. So it's basically an adjustable wrench. Really highly rated, but again, I wish I would have gotten a little smaller one. And then this guy here, which is just for if you got like a can that you can't open in the kitchen, or anything that's kind of a smooth surface that you really need to get a grip on. You just rotate this around and it gives you a little bit of torque. Okay, so that's what's in these kind of inside pockets. And I got a rag. I've got my work gloves. I've got safety glasses. I've got this little parts collector. So it kind of folds up nicely, but if I'm in the middle of a project, I don't have to go chasing screws rolling around. They just kind of collect in that bag. I've got, I don't really need 2 of these, but I just got a little thing of painter's tape in case I have to label anything. I got a little tiny mallet, and then I got a small hammer. I find that I don't need a big hammer for most projects. A little thing of duct tape, a little scraper, which actually usually goes in here. This is a really nice little scraper. I thought I lost that one. This is a headlamp, so if I'm working, I can be hands-free and still have some light. I got 2 little mini clamps. I've got some 2-part epoxies, JB Quick epoxy. This is actually, I don't use it much, but this is like a little camera that snakes into the wall. And you can, it has an app that you can watch it, but basically this is like a little camera with a light on it. So if you have like a little hole in the wall, you can kind of look around behind the wall by looking at your app. And this is a really nice little gauge. I just put it in plastic here because it can break pretty easily. But it just like, I don't know, it's a universal gauge. It's really great for finding the size of pipes, and like if you're not sure what size PVC pipe or something like that. Same with like screws, what size screws you need. I've got just an assortment of cable ties, and this guy was just laying there loose. It's basically something that just makes the screwdriver handle like this, except a socket. And that's it. Weighs in at 21 pounds. Like I mentioned, these papers are just for mixing the epoxy, so it provides a nice surface for it. And there's a little epoxy stirring stick in here. So that's the tour of my bag. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy New Year.